Thank you, and Chairman Mike, I want to thank you for your leadership on this and going down and visiting in Louisiana, taking time away from your family and your schedule for one of the worst disasters that we've had. So, Governor, mayors, thank you so much for being here, and for the FEMA representative, we appreciate you being here too. But you know what, FEMA, you got to get your act together. This response so far, what I've been able to see, the pictures I've been seeing, it ain't good enough. You know, Elijah Cummings talks about this a lot in our committee. We spend billions of dollars, everybody comes in here and testifies that everything's good and we're ready. And then when it really, really rains, I mean, my state, we get, what, 16 inches of rain maybe in an entire year? Y'all got 30-plus inches in 36 hours, I'm told. You got tens of thousands of people whose every bit of what they have in their homes is sitting out in their front yard. They can't even touch the toys that they have. And you've got a dozen of this and a dozen of that. It doesn't cut it. So I hope we're having as candid as the discussion as possible, but the response we've seen thus far is not acceptable. And we will keep dragging you up here in front of this committee because we hear it's all good. And then when it happens, it ain't so good. And these are real people's lives. This should not be a partisan issue. It's not a partisan issue. But when you have such catastrophic failure in trying to protect the people who need the help the most, and we're closing in on a month later, come on. So we expect some real answers, some real dates, and we are going to watch this every single step of the way. But I tell you what, your first 3 weeks, FEMA, not so good. And it's not acceptable. So I appreciate you having this hearing, and I want to have some real candid talk about what the reality is happening and how we're actually going to solve it. Thank you. I yield back.